Welcome to the channel. Quick video on what I would recommend being your first 5 mods for the 6th gen Camaro. Mine is a ZL1, but these mods are pretty much interchangeable with all trim levels for the 6th gen Camaro. Part numbers may be a little bit different. I will list everything in the description, and we'll go ahead and jump right into it. These first 5 mods, I focus on preserving the car itself. That is, preserving it from rock chips, preserving it from easy things that could be damaged. And if you really want your car to last and look good, well, these 5 mods should help. Now, it's not just going to be preservation type stuff. It will also be some preventative type things, as well as some stuff to help make sure your car looks good and really how the car should come from the factory, in my opinion. Like I said, this is my 2021 Camaro ZL1 that I will be displaying some stuff on here for you, and we'll go ahead and jump into it. All right, number 1 on the first 5 mods you should do, I would say the most important would be the ZL1 add-ons Camaro lift pads. They're about 80 bucks, and I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about here. All right, you can see right up here, this right here is the lift pad. There's 4 of them, pretty much one in each corner where you would jack your car up. It clamps to your pinch weld and actually prevents your pinch weld from being crumpled when you apply either a lift or a jacks and you try to jack your car up. There have been instances where you go to the dealership or an auto store or something like that. They throw your car up on a lift, they crumple your pinch welds, which then warps your car itself, crushes these panels close together. You go to open up your door and your door grinds right here on the fender, and the cost of repairing this is not something you want to have to deal with. So 80 bucks or so, these 4 lift pads can be lifesavers, and you use these to jack your car up, lift your car. You pick a couple colors, black or red. They're labeled, so if you take your car somewhere, they look under your car, boom, it says, hey, these are lift points right here, use these. Don't throw it on the pinch weld, and don't cause me any damage. Number 2 mod, I would say, also important, would be the ACS Composite front and rear ZL1 rock guards. Of course, this would be something different for, say, an SS or a different car, but if you have the ZL1, you want the ACS Composite rock guards. Here's a rear one right here. They install easily, and if you're careful, you can actually install front and rear without taking your wheels off, jacking your car up. You can actually get in here and install these quite easily. Right here, right there. ACS Composite ones I say for the ZL1 just because I believe the ZL1 add-ons does leave a slight gap because of the effects down here and on the front, and so if you want a perfect fit with no weird gaps or anything like that, front and back, go with the ACS Composites. I believe the ZL1 add-ons ones are for the SS and stuff like that, fit perfectly, are also a little bit cheaper, so if you don't need to have the direct fit or don't mind a gap, you can go with those options, and definitely a really good choice if you want to protect your car from rock spray ripping up and down the side of your car, chipping up your paint, and pretty much giving you an ugly appearance to the car quite quickly. It'll look like you ran a cheese grater down the side of your car. They don't protrude too far, they don't look ugly, they blend in. You can have a couple different colors, satin black, gloss, unpainted, and for mine, a normal ZL1, the gloss is a very good match, and it bumps out just far enough to prevent these rock chips from going directly to your paint. Number 3, at least for me personally, I like to keep my carpeting nice and clean, and I went with some floor mats. These are the 3D Max Spider exact fit floor mats. You can see they fit very, very securely, perfectly fit and cut to match your floor. They snap in with these 2 snaps here and here, and the only thing I don't like is the logo, but I mean, I believe you can take it off if you want, but it's not that big of a deal. Mine is kind of dirty, I haven't cleaned it yet, but you can see nice fit. They sell them as a front and a rear set. And the rear, of course, the rear being there's no rear seat room. Yeah, there's not much of a mat in the rear. And on top of that, unfortunately, I do not make a cargo liner, but WeatherTech makes a really good one. As you can see here, perfectly fit to your cargo area. With a lip, you spill a liquid, boom, it's contained within the cargo mat. There have been horror stories of people with no cargo liner back here. They spill something, it leaks down through the carpet, and guess what's down underneath the carpet down there? Fuse box, electrical equipment, and yeah, you're in for a very unpleasant day. Overall, these aren't that expensive, and definitely well worth the price. There's a couple different options for the rear cargo liner and for the front and rear seats. Kind of go with the look that you like. Like I said, I went with the 3D Max Spider for the interior of the car and the WeatherTech for the cargo area. Number 4, definitely do not like the look of these stock side markers. As you can see here, I have replaced these with some tinted ones. If you're willing to spend a little bit more money, get a little bit better quality, and a better look, you can go with the Diode Dynamics. They're about $140-ish. I'm sure you can get coupons frequently, but as you can see, super bright, very easy to install. Didn't have to remove the wheels. Front and rear. And they just look sharp, blend with the rest of the car. They go with your trim, and really well worth the expense in my opinion, and it really brings together the whole look of the car. And really the car should come with blacked out side markers, but I know because of random government regulations that unfortunately that is not an option typically for a manufacturer. So for a little bit you can do it yourself and really improve the look of the car. Some people also put some vinyl tint on there for a few dollars. It looks better, but you don't get that nice sharper LED look or anything like that. This is mod number 5, blacked out emblems. Everybody likes blacked out emblems. You can either plastic dip them, vinyl wrap them, or actually order complete replacement emblems like I did. I believe I got these from Fastech Performance. These are the matte black ZL1 with red number emblems. I think they're around about $15 to $20 each. They're all the same size. If you want 2 on the heat extractor, 1 on the rear, so you would need 3 of these. But they definitely look better than the ugly chrome emblems. And here how they look right here on the hood. Sharp, blends in, doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. As for the front grille for the ZL1, you have to go with a different option, either custom painting them or find something else, because I haven't found one that's matte black to actually replace mine quite yet. Well, that was the first 5 mods that I would recommend anybody going into. Kind of a bonus if you live in a state like me in Texas. A number of other ones, you have to have a front license plate. I went with the ZL1 add-ons front license plate mount. It mounts where the tow hook goes, and you can order the mount, the plate frame bracket here, and then the shaft, which is swappable with a tow hook if you want to add a tow hook and pull your mount off if you're going tracking or something like that. I think they run about 80 bucks. I think just kind of ties the look together. It sits it between your, so it's not covering your radiator or any kind of coolant thing. It actually sits above the crash bar, so it's kind of out of the way. Another option is a stow and go, which actually mounts below the front of your car. I was kind of worried it might be a little too low and I'd be hitting something with it, so that's why I went with the front mount. Plus, you got the custom Wangzilla license plate. Got to show that off. So yeah, that's a quick bonus one. And finally, a triple bonus. Really, if you have the money to spare and you want the full maximum protection, I always recommend, when I bought my car new, I took it right to the detailer, had him do a paint correction. Even though it was a brand new car, it still needed paint correction because GM. And once he did that, he applied some paint protective film, and I had him do all the impact areas, from bumper, lip, hood, mirror end caps, rocker panels, the ground effects all the way around, door handles, door guard edges right here. And yeah, you can go that route, save a little bit of money, or some people get the entire car done. Yeah, I didn't want to spend that much money. And then finally, after you're done with that, you can go ceramic coating, either have your detailer or yourself do it. If you do it yourself, it's much cheaper. I had my detailer do it while he had it for the paint protective film, and I put a 5-year on it, as well as the wheels and the calipers. These cars put out a massive amount of brake dust, and the ceramic coating pretty much wheels off the car, sprays it down with ceramic coating, and including the calipers, and it really helps you clean the brake dust off in the event. You can just hose it down with a hose instead of having to really detail the wheel every couple days. And it's not perfect, but it definitely helps with cleaning. So anyways, that was the first 5 mods plus a few bonuses. Hopefully that helps some people with questions. I'll put the links and references to all the different items spoken about in the video in the description. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, and let me know what else you'd like to see. All right, thanks a lot. Peace.